Jabari, have you ever been part of a performance like that where it just felt everybody that was getting after the quarterback was having success?
I have. I can't remember exactly what game it was. I don't know if it was last year or COVID year, but honestly, no. I mean, I haven't. I mean, we set the record. I mean, we didn't set the record in the past. So, but yeah, it was a cool thing to know when when everybody got to saying something about it. And, you see things online and such and such. But no, that's my first time, man.
Did it feel like you were like maybe breaking the will of the offensive line as the game went on?
I mean, like that's the idea. We kind of try to control the line of scrimmage, break down the line of scrimmage, beat the man across from you and such. But I mean, I mean, yeah, we knew we were getting pressure. Yeah, it's just we were hoping we were doing it in the right way.
Like the big picture part of things, obviously there's a vision as one of the leaders of this unit too that you want to see. Are you guys getting close to that? Do you feel the growth there?
We've got a lot of growth, and then we've still got a lot of growing to do. How should I say? We have grown a lot, but we still have a lot of growing to do still. Like for instance, the game can get a little chippy. Being a senior leader and such, kind of letting that get under my skin a tad bit. Not saying I was showing out or acting out or any of that, but trying to keep my composure and such as well. Some of the younger guys and other guys on the team, I'd say, did a very good job of letting me know that it's all good. You're not the only one out here going through it all, brother. So I'd say the team did a good job of leading me, and knowing how the game was going and such. But yeah.
We asked Vic about this too, but when you get home with 3 or 4 guys rushing, what does that do for the rest of the defense behind you?
I believe that gives everybody a lot of freedom and comfortability, especially with the linebackers. With them knowing that we're eating up blocks and such like that, and then consistently bringing pressure, that puts an ease on the guys in the back end. We got to run 40, 50, 60 yards every play and such. And hope that's how we want it to feel. But at the same time, we want them to be able to have confidence in their job and what they're doing as well. Just in case that day comes where we're not bringing necessarily the same amount of pressure.
Everybody wants to talk about the sacks because you set the record, but was it more satisfying to shut down their run game after the success they've had on the ground the past couple of years?
Yes, because that was one of our main focuses was the run. Let everything else come. At the end of the day, they had 297 yards from us rushing last year, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of all that was on my mind all game, and I was kind of hoping they ran the ball a little bit more. I can't really remember. I think they had about, I don't want to exactly quote it. I can't remember exactly, but I mean, I guess we were making the plays when we needed to, but yeah.
Not that you guys forgot, but this being the first conference game, was it maybe a little bit of a nice reminder of what you're going to see from these teams who are gunning after you guys haven't won it the past couple of years?
Yeah, because we've especially starting off conference play on the road in a place against a team who in the past, we know they were gunning for us and such. The results might not have been what they wanted necessarily in the past few years. So we know we were circled on their schedule. They were going to give us what they had, and like we were talking about earlier, they had 300 yards rushing on us. So it's hard to not think that they didn't believe in themselves to be able to do that again. But being on the road at a chippy place like that, and to start off conference play, it is a challenge. And I mean, after this bye week, I don't see not this week coming up, but the week after USF, I can see the same type of challenge when we gotta go visit UCF and all.
As you head into this weekend, obviously homecoming is this weekend. Talk about the excitement as you've been here for 6 years. Talk about that excitement you have heading into another homecoming game for you.
I mean, it's always a great experience. Everybody gets to come home. All the past players and such, and the guys who have been, they've been off handling their business and such. Just asking you how the games are going, telling you to keep going and such. It's nice to see all those guys on the sideline and in the locker room with you again. Those guys from the 2018 teams, 2020 teams and such, and even last year. But you know, it brings another level of excitement because I feel like it brings another level of support as well, because it's more of a, I should say, it feels more of like a family type thing instead of just like a team thing, because it's everybody who has come through here and who's been through here, who's floating around the facility and such throughout the week, knowing it's homecoming and such like that. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Any other questions for Jabari? Cool. Thank you, sir.
No.
Thanks, Barry.
Let's go.